Good morning, study buddy. How are you all today? One second. I just need to make sure everything's running properly, as well as Animo. What's Animo? I don't mean to, what's the word? Communicate my lack of information, I suppose, but I have no idea what that is. But in any case, welcome 7. Thank you for coming in. Oh! Hello, nerd! It's good to catch you for once. Should I watch the clip right now? I don't want to... Maybe on Friday. I was thinking that, like, perhaps it is now time, but if we're playing Gris, if we're playing Gris right now, I don't want to sort of throw anyone off by that. Hello, Fluff! How are you doing this morning? It's good to see that I have a little group here already. And Animo is like a forum, but a bit like Instagram. And Instagram's what exactly? Is it like it's a sound app, maybe? Anyway, my point is y'all can make jokes like that, not random people on the internet. Fair enough. We'll keep within the study buddy. Warm. Happy to be home after a day's work. Oh. If I can provide a refuge in that way, then I'm happy to do so. That makes me happy. But yeah, how are you doing, nerd? Hope you're enjoying your time at the college right now, as you sit in it. I think in any case, we should see about following through and finishing Gris. See, the French pronunciation is constantly nipping at the back of my head. Oh, you're so innocent to Earth? I mean, rather than say that, perhaps you could... Instagram is also a hellscape. Oh. It seems like there are a lot of hellscapes on Earth. Well, in lieu of comforting in quiet spaces, I hope this serves as one. Speaking of comforting and quiet, let's listen to the tones of Gris. Oh. Where'd it go? Hello? Here it is! Every social media is terrible. I think I can agree with that, to some extent, nerd. Well, does Twitch count as a social media? And Twitter is a bit of an odd one for me. There's some days where I can't even enter because of the way it's structured, but other times it can be a comforting place. Oh, wow. Twitch does not count as social media. Thank you, Pot, for the clarification. So, where did we last leave off? We had an exercise in grief. We, as this little individual by the name of Gris, as far as I understand, had been walking through terribly long distances, collecting emotes, collecting stars, throughout all these different spaces that inhabit different moods and positions. Emotions, one might say. Throughout our travels, we encountered arachnid crabs, or stone crabs, who assisted us in moving about. We encountered heavy storms and verdant green fields. But I think what was most interesting, at least to me, is the adversity that was presented towards us. We were presented with two antagonists. The Unagi and the bird, both of which made up of these negative butterflies that come in a swarm that create and inhabit these larger, much more terrifying things than them by themselves. And the cube guy eating apples, of course. Cubert, or... what is it? What name did we come up with? Oh, I feel so guilty for not remembering. This is a pretty little game, never seen it before. Have you not? Nerd. Where's the hydrate you redeemed? Well done. Thanks for keeping me honest, 7. But in any case, I think that's where we are now. I think we've just finished water, after being chased off by the Unagi and having a beautiful great turtle come and save us. Where to proceed from here? in an academic sense. Fair enough, Pod. Why is there a specific hydrate redeem dedicated to 7? That's why, nerd. That is why. The reason that there's hydrate specific to 7 is that the regular hydrate is on a cooldown. Because left unabated at 100 points, I would surely drown. If I'm being perfectly honest, I know we just stepped away from the water, but I don't know how to proceed from here. Do we just continue to ascend then? We've seen red and green and blue. Perhaps it's time for a yellow? Hello there. Oh. Lighting the way for us. Reminds me of what's going on in AA's stream. Only I'm a bit more orderly, and they thrive in chaos, so I do hold up a couple of, precautions in order to ensure my stream continues in a fashion I'm familiar with. I'm forgetting the controls. Where's my block button? H or K? There. Do you continue to ascend then? So, for those of you who may not have been here with our first stream, we are this small shape. Can I get closer to her? No, I can't. But depending on what surrounds her, what her environment is, she's able to inhabit different forms and capabilities. In red, where we were surrounded by harsh stone and solid rock, we've gained the ability to cube ourselves, so to speak. We gain mass, we gain density. We're harder to move. I meant users making streamers suffer via redeems. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Cube, exactly. Oh, wow. I'll never, cease to be amazed by how, just vibrant this game is, even with the subject matter it's following through with. Oh, okay. So there is a way down. And structures last for as long as the light does. That's good to know for now. So these these butterflies. Of course I'd miss them, but these butterflies are a means to illuminate and brighten these spaces that we'd not see normally. I'm saving up to spam my hydrate button a ton, but I will not redeem anything except the 100 for a bit. Fair enough. I'm glad you two are bonding over shenanigans. So this is an exercise in speed, I suppose, right now. We need to get to the other... oh, right. Excellent. Would you look at that? Okay, now that we're here, should we find our way towards this red? Would we be missing anything by losing this? Part of the reason why I enjoy this game so much is because of the style that it chooses to inhabit. Everything feels very hand-drawn. And very intentional. If you even look at the fluidity of Gris's skirt. Did I go the right way, did I? Maybe I might have gone too high. Seems we're exactly where we need to be. Rather, we aren't. Oh! So cube allows us to break through fragile objects. But I'm really happy that you're here, nerd. It makes me excited to know that you'd feel my stream worthy of entering. Can we only get one, Oh dear. I think we'll have to try to get 2, butterflies if you can manage it. And oh, you know what? I know what I'm missing. I've been wanting to catch your streams for a while, but I also needed to fix my sleep schedule. Funny thing that the journey-like movement, as I call it in my head. I suppose that is your frame of reference, isn't it, Pot? I'm glad that I'm glad that you're able to catch it, nerd. It's been a joy watching you and Archivist stream. I'm really excited for you and how you grow in the future. Oh, and speaking of the devil, hello, Archivist. Oh. How are you doing today? I think we're particularly and especially... So, if I may confess something to all of you, well, those of you who were here for the last stream of Gris, I was a bit out of my head then. I think I'm in a much better place now than I was before. So, but I think I'd like to keep this very, not solemn, but just quiet mood for the duration of this game, I think. I think it's very fitting. Hello, I'm Sleepy. Hello, Sleepy. I'm glad that you... Oh! That you're able to make it. Pro gamer tip, you can substitute a proper sleep schedule with copious amounts of caffeine. Well, unfortunately in the case of Archivist, he can't. I believe there are some things that occur once they do. Hi, Sleepy. I'm Parent. Or rather, Pot's dad. Hi, Sleepy, I'm Octopus. Hello, Octopus. It's good to see so many people have come up to watch this, because it is really a beautiful game. Some of the greatest, what's the word for it? Some of the greatest showstoppers, or, how to say this? Oh! So the cube scares them away. But some of the greatest just animation and cutscenes I've seen in a long time. I hope I haven't, like, exhausted Gris in that way. That I haven't already sort of bitten off all of it. When there's so much more to... When there's so much I'd like to show you all. I will bite someone, I'm not sure who yet. Oh, Archivist. Oh, actually, there must be a structure above us, right? Okay. It's a soft little platformer, and the light... This is new to me, too, the light, in particular. Oh, I see. You have to scare off the little bug now. And try to ascend from here. It's interesting how blue was nothing but downward motion. We need 2 motes. But it's interesting that blue, our previous section, was nothing but downwards motion, descent, to darkness and nothingness. And here we see another shade of blue, or another side of blue. If this isn't already yellow, I mean to say. Where we're doing nothing but ascending. We're continuing to rise around us. You're running out of channel points. I'm sorry to hear that. I have to think... See, what I appreciate about you, Octopus, is that you'll ensure that I have things in the fire, so to speak. I have plans. Because otherwise, when you ask of things, it reminds me of that I have the possibility of doing them, you know? Ah! I missed that. So, the little bits of badgering I appreciate for when it improves my channel, you know? That was a really beautiful scene. Just everything illuminating. This game's art style reminds me of Sky's Children of Light. Thank you for the head pats, Octopus. I wanted to play Sky Children of Light, but unfortunately, I can't emulate it on my computer. And I can't really stream from my phone, so... Because if I were to do so, then you wouldn't be able to see my lovely visage here. Oh, and a hydrate as well. Thank you, Seven. Oh, what cooldown do I have that at? You only played it once and you got bored. Well, hopefully I'd be able to get you through that. Do we just continue to rise like this? Oh! Isn't this odd? Wouldn't be the first game to switch the perspective on us, but... To be so elated that you're upside down, can anyone relate to that at all? Can anyone feel that? I don't know. There's a lot of things communicated through metaphor and allegory that end up... that don't go over my head, so to speak, but just don't come to full image in my mind. Okay, so there is a barrier. Aussies, maybe. Flav. I wasn't expecting that of you, but I find that cute nonetheless. When will you stream Hades next? I'll be streaming Hades next this Friday, Octopus. I generally play Hades on Fridays, Genshin on Mondays, and episodic games, shorter episodic games on Wednesdays. Or Genshin, if I can't figure to do anything else. Child of Light. I asked if... it's silly, Seven. I asked if anyone could recall any kind of sensation or feeling or moment where you continue to go so far up and so elated that you feel upside down. And Fluffeth just happened to say Aussies. How am I to get there? I see. How low can I go to try to get there? Ah. Oh, perhaps. I'm alert. You take care now, Octopus. Hope you enjoy yourself. For real. Oh, Gen for genuine, I see. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Seven. I don't think I'm being a little quiet, but what do you all think? I need my butterflies back. I think I've realized recently yes! That there's quite a bit I have to offer. And I just need to go about exercising that, you know? Speaking of exercising, you have one of two modes now. Audio is perfect. Oh! Thank you! I think I have I misspoken? I don't think I said that, but I appreciate you keeping an eye for me nonetheless. I suppose I should ask that more. I don't want to steal AE's bit, though. I do think we're in yellow now, because even Even if we're struck with blue as a background, as a means to fill in the space, I think the centerpiece of the space is yellow. Don't you? Not to mention that maybe I'm a little narcissistic, but considering my favorite color is yellow, I think this might be a good space for me. Not to mention my yellow tips. I think this will be very, not general, but the kind of puzzle we're used to. Oh, well, you said you were quiet. I thought that's what it was. Oh, I more meant like in the way of speaking. As in, I should talk more. Oh, little cell bongos. You might fall back asleep. Well, I think the stream might invite that, given its current mood. If you'd like to, feel free to lurk. Sleep is amazing. Even at its most harshest, like this sound, I don't think that's enough to wake someone up, right? It's like a small clap. And in that way... Actually, can I let you all in on... perhaps silly secret? After if Gris finishes before my usual end time, what I plan to do is, I've been having trouble keeping myself accountable for recording those words, words of affirmation. So I might do them on stream. Oh dear. I've noticed some concerning habits in my chat. Wish you all the best in amending those. What do I even say to someone who's had 5 hours of sleep? Five hours is normal, though? That was a poor little fall. It's so interesting, that phenomena. The whole, as I say, not as I do. How are you to elicit proper faith or proper understanding in the method if you're not doing it yourself? On average, try to get 7 hours of sleep. Have I been getting too much then? I've been generally getting 8 or 9. Though it hasn't been a routine, so... I could have jumped very close to that. It's 8 to 10 if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly as well, there's a problem with oversleeping as well. All this to say, though, people can oversleep, and it can actually lead to more fatigue in some cases. Or maybe they don't sleep properly within the frame of their internal body clock. I hear what's most important is to get multiple full cycles of sleep, which are usually measured in 90 minutes. Oh, yes, nerd. You are, what's the word for it? Not horticulturist. What's the term? Yes, farm. I was thinking of some Latin word, but why use a $10 word when a dollar word would suffice, right? Or a $5 word when a $1 word would suffice. I believe it was Mark Twain's words. I didn't think of you as a horse person, Seven. Seven, you'll have to remind me. Do you prefer, what's the word? Do you prefer gender neutral or masculine identifiers, as though person or boy? Because I know you express yourself as a boy who uses its, but I just wanted to make sure. Used to have a horse and a pony, though not anymore. They were expensive to take care of, and we knew some people who loved them enough to let them have them for cheap. It makes me happy, though, that you're able to... This is going to be a long time, everyone. It makes me happy that they were able to find a place to stay. There you go. I think the problem lies in the timing. I have to time my double jump at the precise moment. So, the inertia... Oh, yes! So, inertia gives me enough space to double jump and glide down. I like mask terms, except human. Don't call me human. Fair enough. To each their own. Or rather, in this case, its own. Thank you. I appreciate the little... what's the word? How do you even say it? I appreciate the little encouragement. Praise, actually. Praise is quite nice, isn't it? I think it's an underrated form of reinforcement, personally. Though I believe on Earth you might have the opposite problem. See, here at the College of Celestial Causality, praise comes few and far between. We rely on grades to tell us the weight of our ability, and it's so much more impersonal than being told that you're doing a good job. But even still, being told such. Gris. Green, red, and blue. Hold L. You have a beautiful voice. What does that change? What does that accomplish? What does that do for us? Maybe it's a bit cynical to immediately think for what means it can be valuable. Oh. Hello there, butterflies. Can you all imagine the amount of sound design needed to have her sing on beat and at points for an input that is entirely dependent on us? That's quite insane, I think. To be frank, human is a masculine term in Latin languages. That is the case. Let me just see. I appreciate your knowledge, Pot. It makes me happy whenever I see what I'd recognize as a peer, just someone who is able to talk shop in a similar way. Praise and compliments are cool and all, but how do you even respond to it? You take it in kind. I think there's a great instinct for humans to be modest at this time. But I think just to accept it graciously might be just as valuable as to save face. I know it can be embarrassing to some, so in the cases of them, I use it when I really mean it. Fighting the urge to be a dummy. How so? How do you plan on being a dummy? I'm loving how these colors come back. Red used to be such a hostile color to us. It was a color of strife, of struggle. We couldn't control our own movements when confronted with red. Hmm. But now it serves as our stepping stools. Now there's a lot of moats there, and I'm not sure where to get the rest of them. In fact, I'm not going to lie, it's a bit terrifying, the prospect of collecting so many moats. What was that, 7 or so? 8? Where am I to get them from? It's going to take a lot of exploration, isn't it? It's also not red, it's salmon pink. Pot, were you the one who was talking to me about signifiers and signs? Semiotics, if you will. Well, if we consider the stability and the mobility of red as it was presented to us in the beginning, what would you say to this modification to the salmon pink and to the sudden increased movement and stability under us? What do you think that implies? I think it's softer for that reason. That it inhabits this pinkish space because we've been able to add it to our repertoire to be able to live with it. We were being very clever at first, but now it's become just a simple, like, oh, Archivist. That's fair of you. I want to clarify to everyone. I think this was a point of contention earlier. But anything that I find inappropriate for our stream, I will go down on quickly and hard. There's no reprieve for it. There will be a timeout, and we will continue accordingly unless you continue to be inappropriate. If I don't make that much of a fuss, if I look at you with a nod and a wink, then assume that that sort of talk within moderation is appropriate for my chat. All this to say, I'm not upset with you, Archivist. I found it funny as well, although I'm not going to address it so publicly. Well, pink is perceived as a softer red with feminine qualities after the 20th century. After the 19th century, actually. 19th being the 1800s, right? What could have happened then? If I remember correctly, I'm going to speak in, what's the word? In euphemisms, because the topic might be very sensitive to a lot of people. But in a space where LGBTQ folks were rounded up and forcibly identified, many of them wore pink. Were forced to wear pink. And I believe that's where an effeminate quality to pink occurred from the 20th century onwards. Nerd, I think I'm actually getting around to that, though I'm not going to talk about the specifics of that scenario in that space. I'm just a baby. That's fair, Seven. Live your best life. I'm happy that you're just proud of being a baby. You deserve to be. Oh. Yeah, and Archivist is a being of chaos. If I may make a light joke, chaos is so gender. What did that accomplish? I hope when I say what did I accomplish, I don't mean to worry you all as though I'm so goal-oriented. Well, I am. But more so, I like knowing that the actions that I make have meaningful consequences. You don't get a lot of that in the college. In the college, everything feels as though it's just another part of a test or another part of a... it's just another assessment. Another attempt to see your capability and your worthiness. But it's a completely different thing, isn't it? To just... Nope, let's try that again. It's a completely different thing to know that what you're doing is meaningful. I think that's why I fell in love with streaming. Because in the college, it's hard to see the impact of what you do when you're finished with the classwork, so to speak. But with all of you, I can tell that I'm talking to people, that I'm interacting with someone, and that my streams mean something to other people, if not just a little bit. I don't know. I resented this class at first, and I have a long way to go before my grade would be satisfactory in building a cult following. But I think right now I'm just happy. For a little bit. New gender unlocked. Chaos. Hmm. 18th century to 1800s to 1900s, the 19th century. There was something defined as blue is masculine and pink is feminine, mostly to differentiate market products. Was industrialization that commonplace that blue and pink started to have those connotations? I'm a bit confused, if I'm being perfectly honest. We have two modes. We just continue to move one way or another until we oh, there's another star right there. And how do we get to that? Your streams mean the world to me, Celerity. You and the community make me feel so welcome and happy. I'm being sappy. 7. I adore you. Honestly, you're one of my, like, what's the word? My old guard at this point. You were with me with the old Celerity model. I believe Octopus was as well, and Archivist for 1 or 2 streams. I think it was only 1 or 2 streams before I decided to change at that point. I appreciate all of you. You're my study buddy. Even you folks. The only litmus towards being a study buddy is a certain candor and watching me. Those 2 things. How to get up from here? So we've lit some flowers. Some flowers will actually open up corridors. Head pats for Celerity in chat. Thank you for the head pats, Plopith. I refuse to learn. I'm here to make everyone get kicked out of the hall. just so you know, people who are chaotic have joined my study hall in the past. They come in eventually. Or they come around, rather. I am confused, though. What am I to do here? I could have sworn I was just here. But the problem being, how am I supposed to get to that spot? Maybe I can do it on a return flight. You know, I was worried this morning. What if I've already finished Gris? What if it's all just calm and smooth sailing from here? No, the puzzles are gonna get me. The positioning is gonna get me. Your primary goal in life is to be gay and do crime. I'm glad. I love that for you. Is that the Earth adage? I love that for you. I think that's such a... As long as it's not used condescending, I think that's a quite cute and sweet little acknowledgement. I think it's their intention to have us go up there for a moment. Perhaps? And what to do here? I think we've already gotten this, haven't we? Are you okay there, bird? My primary goal is to live. That's it. As long as I live, things will eventually be okay. I quite like that 7. I'm not sure if it was you, but a chatter, I think it was you, 7, said something that really was meaningful to me. Like, streaming aside, studies aside, I think you said that you're not okay what you're going to be. And I think that's something that humans need to adopt a bit more. Because we may not be okay now, but what is life experience than trying to attain much more? Though I'll be honest, I'm getting a little tilted. Can you blame me? How am I supposed to proceed from here? What am I... To retread all the same space. I must try to do something different. But what is there? What even is there? Have I gone all the way to the right yet? No, I haven't, because of that bar. Maybe there is a smashable thing I missed. In this section, or do you think just further back? You're right, there could be all manner of butterfly hidden away in We've already been here before. Must have been me. I say that a lot, and I do believe it. You're not being corny. That's something that frustrates me about Prime Earth, actually. May I, go off, as it were? I know it feels comfortable to a lot of people, but there's a great amount of insincerity that people use to defend themselves with. And sometimes I understand that sincerity leaves you open to being attacked. Oh, you scared me with that, pot. Thank you for the hydrates. Oh. Oh. Is this the attack? Oh, wow. Excuse me. That was 5 whole gulps. I think my bottle is almost empty. Wow. That was an easy 1.5 liter. More like a full liter. Do I drink more because of that? My water's gotten lukewarm. I could express the feelings. Quiet, say-so, happy VTuber rages quietly at the screen of, how do I do anything here? Maybe we should just retreat. Maybe that was the whole ocean. I can express my feelings from my core and really get to the root of what I mean. But I could also be sarcastic and put on clown makeup. That's fair. I can't stop you from expressing sarcastically, and I know that it was important for a lot of people, imperative even, that they perform that way for their own safety. And I don't want to say shed that immediately, but sincerity should be something that's loved and treated with due magnificent, because those of you, you are magnificent for being who you are. I'm a trickster at heart. Oh, I know. Do we just go back? Do we go underwater, perhaps? And explore and see what's on offer for us here. Can we sing underwater? We cannot. Oh, can we sing while in the air, actually? No, we cannot. Those are some pretty fish. They are, aren't they? Cell, you're contractually obligated to stream Fortnite after this game to counterbalance this happiness. I'll consider Apex, Pot. Maybe you're right, nerd. Maybe there's some kind of thing I haven't crushed yet. Cell cranking the 90s stream. What's cranking the 90s exactly? That's something that's safe for work, right? There must be a reason for our being here. Oh, wait a second. Can we attract butterflies with the song? No. Hope. I don't know much about Fortnite, but I know it's just about building 90-degree angles. Oh! I see. With some extra crunchy profanity. I guess I'll have to invite Archivist for that then. Archivist and Nyx, perhaps. They can supply the profanity for me. If Cell streams Fortnite, I'll be skipping the study hall. Well, you can't skip it if you're here with me. I've never played Fortnite. Neither have I. I played games similar to Fortnite, but never Fortnite itself. I am stuck. If any of you have any inclination, I officially open the floor to a little bit of backseating. Is profanity avoidance a college code or personal thing? How is it that easy? Sorry, 1 second. No. I'm so upset with myself. I have a couple of Kurt peers and staff members even who like to curse. I suppose that the difference between one and another is as different as all of you in your colleges. We cannot be written up for cursing. It's not like there are spaces appropriate and inappropriate for cursing, but answering myself, I'm not sure if it's for me. I will curse every now and then, on accident, as a means to perhaps let off steam, but I'd say in that way it's a personal thing. Archivist, you wouldn't play Fortnite even for me? 250k point redeemed to play Fortnite match. Pot, can I just say that you are a genius? 1 second. You've all been asking for something unreasonably expensive for me to do. And I couldn't think of anything. I even have highlight a moment now, but okay. There you go. Celerity will play Fortnite. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to redeem it, but this doesn't mean anything. I just want to make sure it works. Okay. Now, should anyone have the urge to watch me play Fortnite? I have not saved 40k points to force you to play Fortnite, shaking my head. You know what, that's fair. Hello birds, goodbye. Is there anything I could sing? I can't believe I missed that flower. I can't believe I walked past that flower so many times. I think the Naruto skin is actually out now. I think it's out of the rotation. Oh, this is a time trial. Because the staircase is fading away. No, wait! Alright, so we run. Oh no. It's funny how urgency can make you do some strange things. Or rather, strange things can have need for urgency. No, I missed. Going back down. I'm going to convince a bunch of people to farm points with me and make you and AE play Fortnite for all eternity. For all eternity, I'm not sure that'd be that interesting. That aside, what I know is that it's only the most, like, top 0.1%, the 99th percentile of streamers players in Fortnite who are actually interesting to watch. That's not a dig at their ability to entertain, but as far as Fortnite goes, Fortnite is at its most entertaining if played at a high level, isn't it? Not me, I only farm for the hydrate redeem. I need to check something real quick. I want to make sure that the hydrate redeem is 700. Oh, I'm too proud of myself for that. That's silly. Which is why I can understand the one-time nerd, but forever. Do you know what you're asking for in that regard? No more Pokemon Mystery Dungeons streamed on Archivist's stream tonight. No more Genshin Impact, though I'm not sure that's a loss to you. No more Hades. How heartbreaking would that be? I once told chat that I'd play Fortnite after someone donated 100 in chat. If I may ask, Archivist, what would you spend your Fortnite money on? If you had the opportunity. Well, upside down platforming can be a little difficult, can't it? Have I messed things up? The Battle Royale gameplay loop is mostly boring to me. I don't really play them. I imagine the appeal of Fortnite streamers is that they mostly get to rush through most of those games without getting into the loop. I think that might be the case. No! Back to platforming. I know, but I also know that humans love love loops, really. Humans love exercising routine to... Well, a lot of humans, I should say normative humans, love doing so. So as it might seem a little bit strange or asinine to us, that might be the part of the play for them. It might be part of the enjoyment. I think for me, what's most compelling is story. I mean, obvious of a prospective canon curator, right? Someone who wants to ensure that stories go right, of course I'd have a love for stories. That looks like a nebula. But more than a nebula, it looks like splotches of pastels and watercolors to make a nebula. It's quite gorgeous. Honestly, I don't like the typical Battle Royale loop either, but making people play Fortnite as a gag is funny. Now, I'm going to say this, and I hope it isn't misconstrued as offensive or me attempting to be mean to you. But nerd, if I may ask, are your higher aspirations to be a clown? You seem to enjoy bringing levity and frivolity to other people, and doing things just for the gag, as it were. Is there a space here for me? Clown and spirit. Very well. Not a point, an observation. Is that towards me? Is that me trying to ensure that I'm not misconstrued? Am I going the right way? A smarter gamer might have, Oh, I've gone in a circle. Hopefully there wasn't something in between. Hi, Miss Functional. How are you doing tonight? Tonight? It's 12 in the morning, or 12 in the afternoon, rather. Does that make you a king, Archivist? I would have never thought. I know it would never happen, but for your sake, I hope you don't turn out to be a tyrant. Here it is, Knight. That is true. That is true, Seven. We are on the opposite side of things. Did I just go in a big circle, everyone? What was I meant to do here? It's night somewhere in the world, very true. No truer words, Misfunctional. I've been here before. I've already done this time trial, haven't I? Perhaps it's on this side that I must proceed. I also took issue. What that part of the comparison? I'm no leader, no authority, nor someone to idolize. Oh, you also took issue to it. I see. I think that's where you and I are fundamentally different, Markivist. I think the difference between you and me, the most meaningful difference, I think, is that you believe that power should never be held in one space. That that the best that one can do in the way of interacting with power is for it to be spread as far and wide as possible. Where I believe that on occasion, or maybe even at its most efficient, power is power consolidated in one place but used for the benefit of everyone Well, one of my beliefs. For what it's worth, I think you'd be a great leader. Back to the nebula. I think we're finished here. I think that's what this stretch is trying to tell us. Thank you for the hydrant, Miss Functional. Unfortunately, my bottle is quite wan, I think. Thank you for the whole care package. And the head pads as well. You've been collecting some channel points, haven't you? I respect that we disagree there. I do too. I'm glad we can be friends in spite of the difference in our beliefs. After all, they're informed by different backgrounds, so long as our beliefs don't have an inherent harm towards other people, just by existing, they can coexist. Even if they're diametrically opposed. There's nothing to be gained there. Yes, I tend to hoard many channel points from your time of lurking. It's quite appreciated, Miss Functional. We have a new channel point redeem, actually, Miss Functional. If you were to save 250,000 channel points, I'll play Fortnite. Yes, how about a round of applause for them? Where to now? How many stars do we need still? Oh, they've fallen asleep. Pardon my intrusion. We have been here before, haven't we? Unless this is a new space. Oh! Hello there, Fred. How kind of you to guide us through. Oh, you might be a little overzealous there. I'm glad to have woken you up, though. Also, I don't care about Fortnite, really. Well, it is worth a shot. Pot had a brilliant idea. That those who are so invested in me playing Fortnite will follow through with that to do so. Oh, I wasn't talking to you, Seven, but good morning, or rather good evening. What do you mean I'm cute? It's a little buddy, it's a little pal. Thank you regardless. That was a long way to fall. I hope I'm going the right way. I did get one light, didn't I? You are so impossibly soft. I'm glad to be. I don't know. It's not a bad thing, is it? And, people might get the wrong idea if I talk about you and being the opposite of soft. Is this a palanquin? Or a shroud? Oh! Hello, my little pollinator. Thank you for the lift. Soft and squishy, bestie friend. They get the wrong idea if you called AE sharp and spiky. I don't know, nerd. Perhaps you could fill in the blank for me. What is the opposite of soft? I would say. Just the texture, just the immediate tactility. Oh, 7, I just know better than to think that others wouldn't make that joke. Unsoft. Fair enough. Callous. I suppose it is that way in the skin. Well, with regards to skin, I mean. Callous is a good word, though, Pot. I appreciate your language. Nerd, you're doing this on purpose. Don't worry, Archivist. This is one of those few moments where I know better. Oh, hello, Red. Of course she is I would never. Nerd, you won't make a clown out of me yet. It's not that my mind is in the gutter. It'd be ignorant of me to imagine anything else. That's a possibility, I mean to say. But how do I proceed from here? Oh, a rock. We were talking last night, weren't we? For a brief moment about how... It's funny that Archivist, to me, is a form of lovable chaos. But in that same way, Nerd is to Archivist to that same degree of separation. It's a platform. No, it's not. I hope we have enough stars at this point. Oh. Wait. Is that not right? Do we have enough stars to make it to the end now? Ah, here. Here's where I've missed. Oh. Can I ask an odd question? And I'm not liable to remembering it if I'm being perfectly honest. But what are all of your favorite colors? Music went odd there. Pastel pink. Green. I suppose by your names I should have guessed as much. Green or purple, depending on who you ask. Oh. We're reorientating. We're reorientating. We're falling towards the sky. Are we on the moon? Interesting. So pastel pink, green, crimson. That is a... we wouldn't say royal color. I might say so. It's quite imperial, isn't it? Or dark green. Pastel pink, like misfunctional. Hi, Hi, Half. How are you doing today? It's good to see you. Aren't you a little celebrity? Look how everyone fawns over you. Are we going to have another encounter with these dark butterflies? Hello. Hello, Unagi. What do you have for me? Hello, me. Well, what a thing to come into. Hello, Doomington. Oh dear. We were just getting better. I like to think anyways. How could that have happened? The thing that was chasing us, the thing that was being so destructive was us. And now we're here. I cannot control our ascent, we just rise without me even having an input on the keyboard. You're silly in the chat. This game is gorgeous. Gris. You know what Gris is a homophone to? Gris in Spanish. Acceptance. We ate the world. And we grieve it. Gris is a homophone to the Gris in English. A dark slick. A dark oil slick. So it makes sense as to why our main character would be embodied in that. But what's gray then? Red, blue, green, yellow. And now we're in acceptance, which is white or gray. What do we do now that we're here? Can you repair it? Can you put it back together? I do quite enjoy it. Isn't it strange that in the depth of blackness and gray, this is where Gris is rebuilt? Or at least this effigy of a crying woman. No hard feelings? Oh, wow. I don't mind, everyone. I don't mind not being heard for a moment. Wow. How gorgeously done. What is there now? I think a lot of games would end there. Are we harmonizing with the statue now? It's very powerful. I think even if you're coming in a bit late, gorgeous coloring. And I'm sure this game has a proper meaning, but I have something to talk about, like if we can finish this. Because I feel something similar. Or not similar, something similar, but I have a very developed... Oh, are we going away? Shedding red, blue, green, yellow for... Bravo, well done. Nomada Studio, you've done something absolutely breathtaking and gorgeous here. I think there's a lot to be said and analyzed about this game, but if I may briefly talk... First of all, am I audible over the music right now? If I may briefly talk about, I think why this game is touching me so much right now, why it's, I might lower the volume of the game just a second. I am audible. Let's bring it down a little lower. I think, how many of you are familiar with the term apotheosis? Apotheosis, from the Greek, comes from the word to deify, to make godlike. And for a lot of people, it's a very common trope in the hero circle. It's where the hero becomes what they're supposed to be. It's the truest self of them coming to rise. You take care, Pot. And I think like there's a massive ideal of being the truest self that we are that permeates our society right now. I think it's a gorgeous ideal. But in addition to all of that, I think this game explores apotheosis in that way somewhat. You see this heroine continue to go through these difficult stages and pick up more of themselves up until they're able to confront themselves. They're unable to sing in the beginning of the story, but they're able to now. And that singing, that voice that they're able to finally have, allows them to confront themselves. And I think that's why this touches me so much, is because I've had a lot of trouble recently thinking about where I would be, or who I'd be if I'd started earlier. There's a feeling, I think it's familiar with a lot of trans folk, but also just, I think a lot of people right now, that the moment for them to be their truest self has passed. That all these opportunities that have already gone by, you look at them and think of what kind of person you could have been, instead of doing what Gris did and building from where she was now. I don't know. That's what I got from it. That's sort of where my headspace is. Because the thing that was stopping her, the antagonist that was pushing her every step of the way, was herself. And I'm not sure even if it was that antagonistic. From the bird to the unagi, even if there was tension, I never felt like it was hostile. And perhaps it is. Perhaps I should be. But looking at it, this makes me feel like it was what was needed to push us. Thank you for playing. Thank you for creating such a wonderful game, Nomada. The end. You can now load previous chapters and visit the gallery in the extras menu. Oh, how lovely! Gallery. Oh, this is concept art. I'm glad that they didn't move too far from the traditional when they started working on this. It had a really strong vision for itself from the start. And I think that carried through. That artistic vision that's so I need to restart my, forgive me for the little bleep bloops. But I need to restart my, my hand tracking for this because it's broken or turned off. There you go, wake up. Hand, there you go. But, it's so interesting, I think, that the artistic direction of this game is so much like this, you know? It's so dense, I think. You know? Its density is what makes its simplicity and its density is what makes it so meaningful to me, or so appealing, because again, like hands as a means of locomotion, of progression, of being able to interact. A lot of us use our hands to interface with the world, but Gris, while depicted with limbs, does not have that same kind of tactility that all these broken statues do. Doesn't have the same ability to manifest, and must find that way to interact with the world in the abilities that she gathers, in the changing of density, in the flight, in the water, in the singing. I hope food comes to you, Archivist. Edible hands. Oh, I love the motif of hands. I think there's of course an official synopsis of Gris, but I think the beauty that you can relate it. I think the beauty is that you can relate to the game in different ways. I agree. I don't know. I think there are a lot of. I mean, look at this image, right? We're looking at Gris as though that she is the subject of this entire game. That she is, that all this game seeks to elevate her and bring her to her apotheosis. But depending on how you can view this could be a story of motherhood, an absentee motherhood. We're surrounded with these female effigies, these statues of femininity. Oh, I love these images of Gris. Oh, I could see what you meant, Pot, though you're not here anymore. With these initial works, I can see the sort of journey design, but I'm very happy that they decided to go with a very monochrome thing. But the game is surrounded with these female effigies, and this person trying to navigate this scary world and is ultimately chased by her own femininity and her own womanhood, and needs to find basis and grounding in these solid archetypes. And I think that's also valid. Also, I'm glad they steered away from the eye motif, because I don't think vision was that important, in my opinion, anyway. I suppose, like, if you wanted to read into that, into seeing your surroundings. Cell talking about deep stuff, gesturing while chat keeps trying to bite their hands. Hush, you all. Oh, our little black buddies! Yay! I love... Look, we're hugging them in the bottom! Look! Look! All of you are just eating well. I love our little black buddies. Fluff, I will look into the... what's the word? The official soon. But this is the map, I think. Or no, this is the map of the main temple that we give tribute to. Right. To the far... See, this is where... To the far left is where we see... Oh, is this how it's all plotted out? And then the rest of it is like their own sectors. But we always return to this space. To the left, you can see the bird. To the top right, you can see... well, I'll say the Gris, because at that point it becomes you. At the bottom, you can see the Unagi. And you can see the bird to the right. This game is so well plotted, I think. I don't know. Not to mention the music. Oh, Lord, the music. Well, these are unused. I can see why it's unused, but it's beautiful in its own right. Let me increase the volume again. See, it was that very noise that I was missing. This doom, doom, that kind of like plucking noise. It sounds like the plucking of a harp, but it's very like electronic in a way. I think that really elevates the music just by making it lighter, you know? But it is much lower and much sadder, I think, without the vocals. It's much more mournful, I think. I think if I'd heard this song, I'd have gotten a different sense. I'd see this as we're walking through our own death. This game is about grief, isn't it? I think that's the main consensus. But thinking about it, to me it was about apotheosis, because the reason... Okay, this is I don't know if this is interesting, but the reason that apotheosis to me is so interconnected with grief is because very often I mourn the person that I could be. That sounds a bit sad. But do you ever just look at yourself and wonder the person you could have been, and think of that person as dead? I don't know, that might be a little dark, but I think that's why apotheosis was so important to me here, and that Gris reclaiming herself, reclaiming her surroundings, gaining these abilities and new modi for which she could interact with the world was so important to me. Because despite everything crumbling around her, despite falling through the different stages of grief, she's still able to reach an apotheosis. I'm going to go to the restroom really quick. I'm more new Imam. I will be right back. I won't be longer than 5 minutes, but I will love to read your comments in a second. I'll switch the song, and we'll continue in a second. Avalanche. There might have been a cold space. I'll be right back. Hello? Hello? Grief is something powerful and something I'm deeply familiar with. I'd love to hear your take on this game, or anyone in the chat's take, for those of you who've been here for a bit. Thank you for the welcome backs. I think it's interesting that there's this implication that there's this implication by these songs that originally the environment was going to be much more of a hostile force. But I think that would have muddied the story a little bit, I think. I think for the antagonist and pseudo-antagonist to be yourself is such an important aspect of this. I wonder how many drafts they must have gone through. How many different takes, how many different interpretations of the same mythos and symbology that they chose before they got to where they are. They really cut out a lot of fat, I must imagine. A lot of, space. Frequency. Thank you for the welcome back. Let me see if there's an official synopsis. Of course, this does not invalidate our own personal takes. Oh! The painter Juan Gris. Thank you for the head pass, Half. Appreciate you. I don't think they're connected, but it seems interesting enough. Okay, there is a little bit of content that I can gather for all of you, but I need to get all of the different stars to get it. The game follows a girl named Gris, who wakes up in the palm of a crumbling statue of a woman. She attempts to sing out, but quickly becomes choked up, and the statue's hands crumble, dropping her into the colorless earth below. After landing, she continues to walking forth, and discovers a number of strange structures that seem to be powered by mysterious points of light resembling stars. Gris can collect these lights and gain new abilities, such as turning into a heavy block of stone, or creating new pathways made of constellations. After reaching the central tower, Gris can travel to 4 new locations to collect lights and restore color back to her world at the statues resembling broken ones from the beginning of the story. These areas include a desert filled with windmills, a lush forest, underwater caverns, and a world with buildings made of light. Along the way, she encounters various living beings, some which help her on her journey, as well as an inky black monster, which manifests as large creatures that threaten to consume her. The final power Gris obtains is the ability to sing again, which brings life to various plants and mechanical animals. In addition, hints throughout the story via other statues similar to the first reveal that the woman that Gris constantly grieves in front of is her late mother. We got motherhood. We got motherhood in absence of motherhood, having to raise oneself in light or in lieu of such a comforting force in space. Gris eventually collects enough stars to form a constellation path to the heavens, but the final pathway is blocked by the creature, who morphs into a monstrous version of herself and swallows her whole. She wakes up in an ocean of black sludge and swims to the surface. As she climbs a tower rising from the ocean, the creature tries to pull her back. However, Gris begins singing, and her mother's statue begins to reform itself through the power of her voice. Just as she's completely consumed by the black oil, the statue of Gris's mother comes alive and begins singing as well, banishing the creature and the sea of despair. Encouraged by her mother's song, Gris continues to sing, and the duet finally restores the world back to its beauty and color. Gris and her mother tearfully embrace, and Gris gives a farewell kiss as she climbs into the final constellation path into the light and the unknown, having accepted her mother's death and moving forward with the knowledge that her mother's love is still with her. That's gorgeous. I love that. I think you were right, Fluff, that the story's literal translation would make, not literal interpretation will give itself to us, really. It's very, very good. Archivist says that it's a pretty standard understanding of the process of grief in the grand scheme of things, but is presented beautifully. I think so too. It's literally grief. Gris means gray in Spanish, to reflect one's state of grief and depression, and the journey is of healing, of coming out of it. Thank you, Fluff. I very much agree to that reading. Maybe it's some kind of, what's the word? Some kind of ego that makes me think that both of those people initially were the same person. You know? A self and a self that they could have been. It's a strange thing in the college. We're very much taught that we are the arbiters of stories and making sure that they occur the way that they're supposed to. But at the same time, it can feel quite isolating sometimes being here. We only really have our peers and our professors, which is why my time with all of you is so valuable. Who controls my story? I suppose the college. I don't know. Self-led stories, intermezzo. Self-led stories are quite odd, I think. The concept of being able to control your own story when there's so much around you. I feel as though the thing that you can control is your steps. Thank you for the head pat tap. But as for me carving out my own story, I feel like that'd be a bit disruptive, wouldn't it? Destructive? And that was quick. That was a quick little thing. Slide. Oh, it just won the Game Developers Choice Awards. Sorry, I'm just reading more about the game, but I'm glad that you all are here for this. It makes me happy that you all are so interested. I think I will release my playthroughs of this game on my YouTube, actually. I send all my recordings to YouTube, but I think I'll actually make these public. Because, I don't know. Why not? There you go. Sounds like a good idea. So if you all want to revisit Gris again with me, I can send you towards the way of the link at some point. I might have to make a little bar for my YouTube. Underwater. I'm really happy that Berlin has allowed us to be able to listen to all of these. The wood machine, or a wood machine rather. Okay, I see why this is not used. It sort of breaks the canon of the music. I can't say I'm fond over the idea of having others control my story for obvious reasons. I suppose I can see that. That's power over you that you wouldn't want anyone else to have. And you're completely warranted in wanting to release that yoke, you know? I did... Can you please replace whoever is taking care of Florida? I don't think I'm qualified to do that, but... I think that's it for Gris. I'm still good to stream for a bit longer, though. I might actually end this stream really quickly. I hope you all aren't kicked out, and start a new stream, because No, I won't do that. I think I'll just cut the YouTube video for this next part. But I think I have some work I need to do for the channel, and if you'd like, you can stay by. I'm going to be doing a little bit of, not necessarily ASMR, but I've been meaning to record, I've been meaning to record a couple of lines of affirmation. So if you want to stick around for that, feel free to. I'd love to have you around. If not, thank you so much, everyone, for coming in. I think this was a lot of fun, and it was really fulfilling to me to see all of you look at the end like that. It's really powerful. I think this is going immediately up on my YouTube channel after I finish stream. But if y'all are willing to stay around for a little longer... Oh! We are... I'm so sorry, Miss Functional. I should have been more considerate. But yes, we are done with spoiler talk. I think we're done with Gris for a little bit. And I think I'll be changing gears for a second. In fact, give me maybe 3 minutes to reorient. But thank you all for coming to my playthrough of Gris. I appreciate you all, and for those of you who are here for that, and I'll be calling it you two, all my love and be well. That's fair. Well, at least you'll know some of the puzzles now, Miss Functional. Okay. But allow me to be right back. Oh, this music's so good. Let me close out of Gris properly first. Oh, Miss Functional, I hope you have a good time with them then. But I will be right back. Oh, I am going to run ads for a couple of seconds. They're just for the, they're just so that we don't, what's the word? They're just so new viewers won't have to deal with them, so I apologize, but I'll make sure that nothing happens during the ad break. Hello, 1 second. I need to see how I can fix this audio a little bit more. I need to monitor it for myself. Oh, you know what's trouble? I just realized how much my my interface breathes. So it might not be space conducive of vocal ASMR right now. Because this mic is taking up more than like picking up more audio than the others. Let me see if I can do a little bit of on the fly compression. Hello? Hello? Oh, this is a lot better. Okay. Or maybe this. Hello? I think that I feel clipped from that. I feel like, okay, So this is where I am. Maybe I shouldn't record right now. Or, let me quickly change to... Sorry. Moving my legs around. Thank you for the head pats. I don't think I have that over here, but I appreciate them nonetheless. If you need advice on audio stuff, let me know. I can hear myself right now, so I'm trying to make sure that it sounds okay. And I think my Audacity raws are going to be quite poor right now. I'll have to do a little test first. I might have to lift them straight from the stream, maybe. But how is everyone doing? I hope you're all doing okay. Let me open up that little page I had with words of affirmation. I'm going to record a couple and see if they work. If they're not that great, then I think I'll end stream. Or I'll figure out something else. Test. Where is it? You're great. All of you are great. I really appreciate all of you for being here. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is words of affirmation because I wanted to do it for a while now. And basically, they're little phrases that impart one's pride or love or care for you. And I have a cat on the table now. If you could hear that. I have a cat here now. For some reason, they found it fitting to be here, but I suppose that's how it is. But anyway. I'm starting a little recording right now. There's no one... Oh, let me just turn off my side, because hearing yourself can often psych out your head. Can you tell AE you'll bite them at some point? Turn this off. We can hear the library cat. Hey, bud. You want to say hi? Come now, don't be shy. They've suddenly become mute. It's a bit cute in that way, but let me try it with a couple of phrases already and then do an actual audio check. You're an amazing person. You're enough. There's no one better to be right now than yourself. Okay, let's try those. Let's see how those work. If I'm being honest, on my side, I can hear the hissing of my computer going off. I wish I could reduce that somehow. Maybe I could do it in post, but even then, I think it's better to have a cleaner phrase. And this is where I need the arc of flustered emotes. Let's get. You stand up for what you believe in, and you can be proud of that. I believe in your goals and your dreams. You can get through anything you put your mind to. Stuff like that. I wasn't recording. No, I was doing that for the... Oh, I hope it wasn't that loud. You can control your own happiness. You give yourself... You can do better next time. You're free to make your own choices. You can make a difference. You're getting better every single day. Today, I want you to think positive. Let me see if the whining is still a bit obnoxious or not. Okay. So, I think the delivery is good, if I'm being honest. It's just my computer that's screaming right now. Thank you, Sel, I'm trying. When I actually produce this thing, I'll put it up as a YouTube so all my study buddy and new people can look at it, you know? If they need it. Welcome back, Miss Functional. It might be hypocritical of me to say this one. It's okay to not know everything. But you can get through anything. Welcome back, Miss Functional. Hello, Fluffeth. Is this good content, Fluffeth? Is this alright? Because I know you came in, I think initially for my Gris playthrough, but we've just finished that. Little cell bongo. But yeah, I quite like these. I really like these little phrases of affirmation, because I think a lot of folks are starved for it right now. A lot of people don't have the ability to... What's this? Yell? Why are you yelling, Archivist? Should I just go down the line of the different quotes of affirmation? You are an amazing person. All of your problems have solutions. You'll be okay. Today, you're a leader. I want you to say this with me. I forgive myself for my mistakes. Your challenges help you grow. You're perfect, just the way you are. You have courage, and you have confidence. You're right, I came for Gris, but I stayed for you. Fluff, can I do a little heart? Can I? I did it. I did a heart. Thank you, Fluff. Oh, that makes me warm on the inside. I did the heart. Yeah, I did. You have people who love and respect you. I wasn't recording that entire time, but that's okay. You volunteer for what? Gonna bite. I see. Y'all are silly in my chat. You can give yourself permission to make choices. I am proud of you. I believe in you. You deserve to be happy. You're in charge of your life. You have the power to make your dreams come true. Start recording Sally. I should. Then again, I'm a bit insecure right now. Because... I'm a bit insecure because... what's the word? Because of the whining. I'm not sure if you can hear that. Let me just be quiet for a second. Wow, it really clears it out. But there's like this little hissing from my computer. Good things are going to come to you. You matter. Your confidence grows when you step outside of your comfort zone. Be kind to yourself. Your positive thoughts create positive feelings. You can only compare yourself to yourself, and you are whole. You are not and don't have to be anything than what you are. Today is going to be an awesome day. It's okay to make mistakes. You are making the right choices. Clip your favorite ones, everyone. You have inner beauty. You have inner strength. No matter how hard it is, you can do it. You can live in the moment. And anything is possible. And anything is possible. I can't, there's too many. You're an original. Your success is just around the corner. You have permission to make mistakes. I strive to do my best every day, and I know you do too. Today you're gonna shine. I am calm and relaxed. I am working on myself, and so are you. You are working on yourself. You're prepared. See, a lot of these are written in the I am because they're meant to be self-affirming. But in the adaptation, I want it to be me telling you all these things. What to do then? What are these little crying things? Feels wow, man. I love Clem's emotes. Your voice matters. I want to hear Cell tell themselves too. That depends. It really depends based on, sorry for hitting the mic, on whether or not this, like, whether me saying it to myself, like, means something to all of you. What's this? Hello, cat. You're shaking on my desk. I think you're moving my mic. Come here. Come here, cat. Say hi to the lovely chat for me. Thank you for the hydrate and the... Oh, thank you for the whole care package. Wow, thank you. Dysfunctional. Let's do this whole, like, true ASMR style. Let's just... I did say I was leaving ASMR stream for 250, but I think it'll just have to be karaoke. I couldn't imagine people coming in for the full time just to listen to me. You're starting a new chapter today. I trust in your decisions. You can change the world. Not on this screen, I'm sorry, Miss Functional. Let me see if I can... Half, is there a way to reimburse Miss Functional for the head pats? Because the head pats would be too loud for the screen, I think. Let me see if I can do that myself, but if Half, you could do that and reimburse them. Report reward redemption. I don't know how to fix that, unfortunately. I'm sorry. You're in control of your emotions. And even if you aren't, you're valid. How does one handle affection? Well, like this. Come here. Everything... Oh, just like your emote. Everything is fine. Today, I will spread positivity. The more I let go, the better I feel. Cell, I will bite you. Come on, then. I'm feeling a little confident in this space. Or feeling more confident, anyway. Your happiness is up to you. You can choose your own attitude. You're becoming the best version of yourself. I think that's it. I think that's all I'm good to read right now with a possibly bad wine in the background. That was around 7 minutes of just good vibes. I want to get better at doing that off the fly, though. Just going, everything will be okay. Don't test me, I'll go feral. Excuse me. Excuse me. I think that little tangent is where we're going to end for the day. Let's see who else would be a good person to... Let me check these two real quick, because I have Wiki and I have Sylph. I can go to right now. Sylph immediately gave me an ad, unfortunately. Not their fault, but... Please tell AE you'll bite them. Maybe that should be a pointer team. Just have me say something. Nope, never mind. That is an awful idea. I just realized. As far as we know, I have rabies. You don't test me. Okay. I think that'll be it. So... No, it's a terrible idea, Half. I don't know how you're able to do that in Space Portuguese. It's an awful idea, and I love it. Why don't we send our people towards Archivist. Not Archivist. Archivist isn't streaming. Archivist is streaming tonight with me, if you want to watch that, because it'll be great. It'll be fun. But we're going to be playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon tonight. Thank you for the biddies. Oh, thank you for the stream. Well, thank you for being here. Wait, did I just come back for the end? Oh, yes, Half is a captain and speaks as a space captain in Space Brazil and speaks Space Portuguese. But yeah, Archivist and I will be streaming tonight, and we'll be streaming Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, where both of us will split our vocal range between all the different characters. Before I go, let me set up the raid for Wiki, so we don't have to wait. But before everyone leaves, I think you missed a couple of words of affirmation, so let me give some to you, nerd. Today is gonna be your day. You surround yourself with positive people. You're an original. you're calm, you're relaxed, and you're working on yourself. Sounds like a fun stream. I'll try to catch it. Of course, it'll be on AE's channel though. Thank you for the shout out, half. So we're gonna be rating Wiki. They are a small, cute, evil dragon. I quite enjoy them. They're playing Thumbleweed Park, which is a bit of a what's the word? Crass game. So if you're not a fan of that, well, please follow me in greeting them before you decide to lurk or pop off. But yeah, we'll be sending our people that way. And Wiki is such a wonderful person. Their Aussie intonations just make me melt a little bit, if I'm being perfectly honest. So I'm putting you in good hands, I think. Anyway, I will see you all there. It was a wonderful time having you all here. Be well.